Hmm.
Okay, Kailey, we are live. Welcome to Timelines, episode 261, which is going to be part of the training portion of Podcasting 101. And you can find that at netcasthome.com or podcastinghome.com or podcasthome.com. All sorts of different places. They all point the same direction for the most part. So, Kailey, thank you for helping me out today. This is important because I'm
Yeah.
recording. You're going to be the person who's on this first take of Podcasting 101.
Hmm.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you? What do you do? Where do you live? What do you want to do?
I'm 16. I'm a junior now. Summer just started, so just got done with being a sophomore. It's technically kind of a junior. And then I obviously live in Reno.
In Reno High School. And you're in the war room today in the front room downstairs.
Yes.
And you're using the MacBook Pro and using the ATR 2100. That's all you have, the MacBook Pro and the ATR 2100. You do have a little kickstand, which I really recommend. It's about $32. The band stand, for drum stand, I should say.
Okay.
So tell me more about what you plan on doing this summer and the next couple of years in high school.
This summer I plan on going to the rodeo, and I'm gonna go to Southern California, and then I'm going to run cross country, which will be different. Haven't done that before.
That's good. And so you've been doing gymnastics, of course.
Yeah.
And for a long time. And right now you're going to hit cross country this summer, which is good. Reno's really nice. We're about 5,000 feet, so we're at high altitude.
Yeah, lots of hills.
Hey, what do you think about that hike on the Rim Trail we did a couple weeks ago?
That was nice.
That was good. We got to run. We should try to do the entire Rim Trail this summer. At least you can do it.
Maybe.
Well, a little out of sync. This will happen sometimes with Google Plus, but the sound is what's important for the podcast.
Okay.
So anyway, what are we doing the rest of the day? You got this going?
After this, I have to go over to the dog. I was watching something on my computer, and then you shut it down.
He's got an older Mac, and we're trying to play around with, but she doesn't want to use Chrome. It's nice, though.
I don't like Chrome.
So that said, we're going to go to a break, and we'll come back with your life and success principles. Okay, we're in a break. Sometimes we put up slides here and talk something different, but we'll come off the break. Oh, see, another thing, too, you should always turn off the phone.
You already said that. You already said that.
I want to use it as a demo. See, Ron, thank you for helping me. And I'll say, can't talk right now. Okay, we'll come off the break. Okay, folks, we're coming off the break, and we just had a call from Ron, and that's why you always turn off your phones ahead of time. So that said, let's go on to the next portion, which is your life and success principles, as my phone goes off. So the first life and success principles you had, it says, well, first is study. That's study. What does study mean to you?
Well, I'm only in high school, so I don't have much of a life or anything other than high school to make me successful. And in high school, all you do is test. Lots and lots of tests. And if you don't study for a test, you're not going to do well. So you got to study. You're
taking AP courses and you're getting ready to go off. In 2 years, you'll be heading off to college. So where do you want to go to college?
I want to go to Davis.
Why do you want to go to Davis?
Because I want to be a veterinarian.
That's very good.
Somewhere medically field.
Number one is study. So you have to study to go to Davis. You have to take the right courses and get all prepped. So number two, you said practice. What does practice mean to you?
Practice is just like you have to practice your whatever you want to be good at. You got to practice to do good at. So like you got to do homework. You got to, if you're practicing for a sport, you got to practice a sport. Band, got to practice band. You just have to practice everything.
So practice makes perfect.
Yep.
So how much do you have to practice?
Well, I don't know. There used to be a study that said 10,000 hours, but I guess that was proven wrong. You don't have to do 10,000 hours.
Who says that's Malcolm Gladwell says 10,000 hours? Why is that?
Yes. Well, that's what he said, but I guess there's been things that say it's not true anymore. So
I think it depends what it is. He's talking about the Beatles, and they were 10,000 hours together to really.
No, but then he also did that with the hockey people, and he did a bunch.
Well, the hockey people is unique. It's about your birthdays and him.
No, I know. I read the book, but trust me, he relates it back to the hockey players, the Beatles, the software producers. Like he relates it back to everyone.
Right, right, right. That's Malcolm Goodwell. And you
Mhm.
read the book for high school
Yes.
this year?
Yes.
You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like it. I've read all his books. I like. We've got them on tape. We can listen to them too. We got some of them on different formats and downloads and streaming. Very good. So, and finally said, I read this last note. Do what you need to do to get it done. What does that
Yep.
mean? Do
Well, what it says, do what you need to do to get whatever you got to do to get done. Like, you just have to, okay, if you got a project or something, you got to just, that if that means literally not moving from one spot for hours, you have to do that.
very good, very good. So, with that said, we're going to go to one break, and then we'll come back with how the listener can find you, contact you, and one last question. Okay, we're coming off the break. So, how can the listener find you? I guess you got to look for you in Reno High School.
Well, yeah, you can find me at Reno. Um,
You have Snapchat?
I do have a Snapchat, and I have an Instagram and a Twitter.
What are your names in Snapchat and Instagram?
So, my Instagram is Kailey, Kailey, Y5. So it's like Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and then my Snapchat is Kailey underscore Y5. It's the same thing, basically.
Very
And
good.
then my Twitter is just Kailey Conrad.
Oh, you got Kailey Conrad. That's nice. You also have your Kailey dot.
Do not look that up. Stay away
Okay.
from that.
Okay. We won't go to Gmail. And then you also have, we got your domain name, didn't we? Yeah,
No,
KaileyConrad.com.
that's what I thought you were mentioning. Don't mention that.
We have that though. We got it. You're lucky you have your
Look it up,
name.
though.
Nice to have your name. Not anyway. With that said, one last question. Where is your favorite place to go out and eat in Reno and food?
Well, I don't go out very much for food, but I like my favorite muffin a lot.
Oh, my favorite muffin. Yeah, you seem
That's
like
honestly like my favorite place.
once a week, like on Sunday sometimes,
I
or at least
don't
three
go there
times,
once a week.
maybe twice a month at least.
Yeah.
You brought your teacher a muffin like on the last day of school, right? Your first.
Yeah. Well, I brought her one on Tuesday.
Very good. Well, Kailey, thank you for being a good sport and helping me out creating Podcasting 101. We'll use this for demo tonight. And I've got a lot to do. Thank you. Wave. Say bye.
Bye. Bye, world.
It's not bye world, just bye podcasters. Bye listeners.